Hi, this is Miss Villasenor. We're going to be doing some math. And in today's math, we're going to be working on Eureka 2, Lesson 1. And we're going to be interpreting division of a fraction by a whole number. And we're going to be using some visual models. So I'm going to show you how to do it without the models and with the visual. And we're going to be dividing fractions with the whole number. So what we're going to do here is the first problem, example 1. You see that if we have, for example, 3/4 gallon of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. And how many gallons of batter are in each bowl? So looking at this would be the math sentence. 3/4 is poured equally into 2 bowls, so that would mean divided by 2. Okay, so that's what this shows. And the way we would solve this without a visual, it would be when you see divided by 2, this actually becomes times 1/2. Okay, you flip it over and you multiply it. So if I just go 3/4 times 1/2, then we get 3/8. Okay. And so I'm going to show you how to do that now, how this answer 3/8 would look like as a visual. Skip that part, we did that already. Okay, so let me erase all this busyness here. And look at this visual here. And what it shows in the first picture here is how we have, remember the problem is, we have 3/4 of a gallon, and so this shows the gallon, and here's the 3/4, right? And remember, we're going to pour that into 2 bowls. So then you see the same picture here is being cut into 2 sections, and once we do that, then you see that out of let me erase all this so then we could do some more here. So out of this visual here, now it became 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total pieces, but because we just want to know how much for one bowl, we would just use the 1, 2, 3. So 3/8. And remember how I had done that problem without the visual? I just multiplied the, and 2 became a times 1/2, and we still got the same answer. Okay, so let's go over the next problem. Example 2. And in example 2 now, let's say that we have 3/4 of a pan of lasagna and it's being shared equally by 6 friends. What fraction of the pan will each friend get? So the division sentence will look like this. 3/4 is being divided by 6 friends. And we want to know how much is each friend going to get. So remember, this division 6 is going to become times 1/6. So if I do 3/4 times 1/6, and just multiply across, 3/24. Now simplifying, that would mean, let me erase all this here so I could go over simplifying. And remember, if you need to review multiplying fractions or simplifying, you could get some extra lessons on Khan Academy. Just search that. So we said it was 3/24, right? And so I'm going to simplify it. I would divide by the same number. So I'm going to divide by 3. They have 3 in common. This would become 1/8. So every friend would get 1 out of the 8 pieces. Okay, now I'm going to show you what the model will look like. And the model here, I'm going to erase everything and then explain it to you. So the model here, as you can see, here's the pan of lasagna, right? And we start off with 4 pieces. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And remember, with friends, we're only using this, right? So we have 3/4. Now we have to break it down to how much would each friend get. And so pretty much what I did right now in the previous slide, you see the explanation here. It became 1/6 of 3/4. So then we had to split this into 24 equal pieces, and then we got that, and then we got one, each friend would get 1, 2, 3 out of 24. So we have 6 friends. Here's your row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 rows. So this friend would get that. So that means 3 out of, if you count the boxes, they're all 24. And again, if we simplify, then that's how you get the 1/8. So then the last problem we're going to go over today is, let's say you have now a rope of the length of 2/5 meters, and you're going to cut that into 4 equal pieces. So how much would each cord get, or the length, how much would each length get? So as a division problem, you would write it as 2/5 divided by 4. Now remember, this division 4 would become times 1/4. So we would say 2/5 times 1/4 would give us 2/20, 2/20. And if we simplify that, I'm running out of room here, so let me erase that. So 2/20, what do they have in common? They could both be divided by 2. So then I would get 1/10. So the length would be 1/10. And I'm going to show you the visual that would represent that. Okay, so the visual for this would be, remember the division problem says we're dealing with 2/5 divided by 4. So that's how we have 2 out of 5 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we need to split it by 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is each piece here became 2 pieces, right? We cut, like we cut each piece into 1/2. So then now, instead of having 5 total pieces, down here we have 10 total pieces, right? And so since we're going to be, we need to get 2 out of 5 pieces, then these 2/5, we're going to concentrate here, becomes, would become 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, right? But now we just need to know how much for each one. This means 1 out of the 10 pieces, okay? And that's the same answer we got when we did the 2/5 divided by 4, which we did times 1/4, and then we simplify 1/10. So another way of looking at this, we have another visual for the same problem that will look like a number line. Okay, so we have the same thing that we talked about earlier, remember? So here it shows the 2/5, which is 4 out of 10 pieces, but then we need to know how much for each one. And down here, what they did with the number line, if you can see here, the top of the number line is divided by fifths. So split this one whole into 5 pieces, and I'll split this one whole into 10 pieces, and you can see that the 1/10, if we, let me erase this stuff right here. So this 1/10 right here, okay, so that's this picture here represents this number line here. So what they did here was they split the number line again into 10 pieces, the top one into 5 pieces, and then you just get the equal part. So you get 2/5. Now split that into 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see that the one piece is 1/10. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson. Please go see your teacher if you need additional help. If you need additional practice, please come by and see your teacher and we'll gladly help you. Okay, thank you.